and welcome to the second part of this tutorial. Okay, now let's exit out and link up our database. Now to do that, the very first thing I'm going to do, you see this object that I created in there. I'm just going to enter bracket in there with speech mark, double speech mark. Now what's going to be in that speech mark? What is going to be in there is the location of my database. And to take care of that, what I'm going to do is, you see the Server Explorer, click on the Server Explorer, and what you are looking for is this connect to database. Click on the connect to database. The database we want to connect to, that is the database right here. If you guys can still recall, the one I copied straight into the system. Okay, let me open it one more time so that you can remember it. Right click on the table and select design view. Those are the fields. In total the field is 2023. Okay, those are the fields. You need them. I will include this raw data into my description area anyway, so let's close that. And right here I'm going to browse to where the database is. But one important thing that you need to notice is the driver. Make sure the driver is OLEDB. If you want to, if that is not the right driver, if you don't have the right driver there, you can always click on change and then select whatever driver you want. But the one I want, this is the Microsoft Access database file. Okay, and that is the right there. Now browse to wherever my project is, and I'm going to look for that. And right here, okay, inside the file, that is the Access database. I'm going to click on open. There we go. Now pay attention to this. Once you click on open, you have the location of the file in the browsers. You see here where we have advanced. Click on advanced. In this very advanced dialog that pops up, what you need, this is it right here, this very location. Select, right click on that very location, or the address, whatever you want to call it. You can click on OK. Alright, and if I just test it, make sure the connection is valid. Yep, the connection is successful. Now I've already copied the location of the database. I'm going to delete username and click on OK. There we go. That is it right there. Now one thing I'd like to point out is, let's assume you miss that very process out. You can always right click on the database itself to locate the properties and just look for wherever the database, the address is, the location, and that is the location right here. That's where it's stored, right there. Okay, so you can copy that as well, just in case. Now that I know the location of my database, all I then need to do is the copied location. I'm going to paste it inside here. So remember the database, the object that was created, connect as new ODBL connection. I've just pasted my database right in there, the location of my database right in there. That is good. Now you can try that out, the choice is yours, but let's test it anyway. Let's test it. Copy that, go to the form. Right here inside the form, let's double click on the form itself. At form load, let's use try cache. This is just for testing. Let's say connect.open. There we go. And if there's any problem with opening, I just want try cache to give me a message, just whatever message he wants to give to me with regards to the database. There, close that. Okay, that is form load. If it's successful, I like a message, maybe something, connection database is open. Let's just add a message there. So the message will be connection successful. So let's say connection is successful. Yeah, there. Alright, so I'm just going to use this just to try it out and make sure we are able to open the database. So let's run it. It's coming up. There we go. Connection is successful. That is very good. However, we don't have to leave that in there, else it's going to give us error. Okay, so because it will tell us that the system is open or whatever. Alright, just comment that out. We don't need that. That is just to test. Now, still on the form load, right inside the form load, I might as well just add the time. Let's come in here. No, the date. Let's add the date in there. I'm going to grab a hold of that very name. Let's copy that. Okay. So, click on form load. The name is going to be as follows: dot text 2-strip lbl date dot text equals date time dot now dot too long. Yeah, let's grab hold of this very one. There we go. So if I run it now, I should be able to see the date on my library, on the label there. That is the date. Okay, on the label. That's very good. Now let's even try out something. I'm going to see if I can increase the font size of that. Let's come in here. Yeah, let's see. I might be able to get away with that. So let's give that a shot. I make it bold. Let's see what's going to happen. Run. So it's coming up now. There, that's a little bit much pronounced. I like that one. Okay, now back in the form. You see, right inside the form, you see here, I want this one to tell me the tax period per month. So what I'm going to do in there is, back into the form there, I'm going to say this variable that I declared in there, the date and month, 1, 2, I'm going to need them. Even period, I'm going to need period as well. Okay, so in there, I'm going to do as follows. Back into my form load, double click on that. Now underneath here, let's say the date, that is going to be equals the following. Just grab hold of all of this. I'm going to have to change it to month though. And now dots, that will be short instead of long. I'm going to change that to short. Alright, I think that will take care of that. Now let's assign this date. I'm going to now say month number, this very one, that will be equals month and the date. Now let's assign month number. So that's going to go into LBL tax period. That is the name of that very tax period label. Dot text, that will be equals month. That will be equals month number. And there we go. So one is sorted. So if I run it now, let's say we run that and see what's going to happen. You see the dates, the month you appear, that's it. The month is 7 because we want to use this varied number to work out how many tax paid so far, and pension stored so far, student loans stored so far, and NI payment paid so far. Okay, tax paid so far, pension paid so far, student loan paid so far, NI number paid so far, all multiplied by 7. Now that is taken care of, now let's take care of this. You see all of this combo box, 1, 2. Let's take care of them right away. Back in here. Now the very first combo box, I'm going to say BTN gender dot items dot add, and the very first one, let's just say female. And the next one is going to be male. Change this to male. So that one is easy. Now the next one is CBO. That is going to be pay reference dot add item and so on. Okay. The very first item I'm going to add is going to be the reference number. Let's say 784545. So I'm going to add about 5 there. So let's just copy this and we change it around. There we go. And that is it. So I've changed it all around. So if I run the system now, click on run, and there we go. Right click on here. Those are the employee reference, and male or female. Okay, that is taken care of as well. So let's come back in here. Let's take care of payments, so that at least we can have some calculations. Or maybe we should finish with this. Yes, let's finish with this one before we go into payment. Double click on the CBO pay reference. With the CBO pay reference, what I want to do is, if you select the details of this your employee, all of their information should be displayed. That's what I want. So I'm going to copy this. Yeah, just copy this one. Come right here. Okay. I'm going to use on change. Okay. Index change. So in there, let's first of all say if CBO.text changes to .text. If it's equals that, then the following is to happen. Address. Let's say txt address. Let's enter our employer address. Employee address, that will be equals. I'm going to go for number 12. Tony Allen Way. There. That's the very first one. And txt full name. Let's say the name, the text is Peter Pan, or let's say Peter Parker. There we go. Then we want the postcode, txt postcode. The text, that will be equals whatever you want to enter. That's a postcode. Should be in a quote. Okay, that is our postcode. Let's enter an if here to stop that error. Okay, we've taken care of the postcode. Then let's take care of the gender as well. CBO gender. Remember, all of the content on this side is all adjustable, so you can always adjust that. So that's Peter. Peter is male. Now, wage reference. Wage reference. We're gonna say that is the text, and that will be equals. First of all, let's create a variable there. I'm going to create this variable up here. I'll just say dim wage reference. Grab all of this. Might as well paste it here. Dim wage reference as double, and it's going to be equals run dot next, and let's say the value is going to be 12,000 plus. Okay, 12,000 plus up to 245,000, or maybe 290,000 there. Okay, so it can generate random value between there. Now that is my reference, wage reference taken care of. But because this LBL wage reference only takes in string character, I'm going to have to convert that to string, dot to string. There we go, and just put that in a bracket. That is that taken care of. Now let's come back in here. txt employer.text. Let's say the employer is Pan Africa. There. And three more things to do now is going to be LBL, the tax code. Tax code. The text, we don't need to make that up. So I'm just gonna say TC stands for tax code. That is 768 3373. That's my tax code there. That's the first one taken care of. Now the next one is going to be LBL N number, NI number. That is going to be, let's say, NI 548 7242. And finally, NI code, BTN NI code dot text. That is going to be equals, let's go for NIC 983 472. Yeah, that is it. Done. So if I run the system now, this is what's going to happen. Run it. So it's not finished, but I just want to show it to you guys. And I select the very first one, this one. There we go. All of those information that we have in there populated. Okay, if we select the other ones, nothing is going to happen. Alright, so let's come down here and use else if. So I'm going to copy these, copy, else if. Then let's change the employee number in here. So that one is going to be, let's say 9525 71, and we'll change all of the details in there. Let's say he lives in number 17 Little Venice. There. And the name is Tony Montana, and so on. Tony. So let's speed that up. Alright, that is taken care of as well. There. Okay, I'm going to run it. Those are the lines of codes. So let's run it so that you guys can see it. That's the first one, the second one, the third, fourth, and the fifth. Okay, those are the pay reference that we have inside our form load. Now let's run it and see. Select that. There we go. That's Tony Montana, Peter Pan, Grace Frogner, Rebecca Johnson, and Mary Allen. Alright, that is good. Now let's do one thing very fast. You see all of these ones, they are easy, so let's take care of those ones. Okay, so come in here. I need the name of this. I think the name is called RT reference. RT, oh, it's RTF, get rid of that. RT pay slip. Okay, RT pay slip. So let's go back in here, double click on that. Okay, paste that in here. For the new, that is going to be RT payslip dot clear. There, and that takes care of new form or whatever. If I run it now and enter whatever data I want to enter in there, I can just click on that and we end up with a new one. So let's enter something in here. So back here, let's enter some data in there. Okay, now if I click on new, there we go, all gone there, and new again. That is it. Now let's take care of open. Back in here, double click on open. There. So in here I'm going to use my dialog. So let's say open file dialog 1 dot filter, that is equals, and that's going to be text. So I'm now defining the type of file that it can open. That's going to be text files, and the text file will have the following extension. Okay, those are the extension that I'm going to be using. The star stands for all, okay, but they are all text files, and that is it. Now let's use an if statement. If open dot file dialog dot show dialog We then want it to say dialog equals system dot windows dot forms dot dialog result dot OK. There. Press enter. And now RT payslip dot load whatever file dot load open dialog dot file name. So whatever file I load can be open inside the open dialog, comma, then it's a rich text box, rich text box string type. Yeah, dot is going to be plain text. Okay, you can change the text to whatever you want, and that's it. I think it's gonna work. Yeah, let's try it out with some other data that I opened before. Okay, run. Come right here, open. A dialog should pop up. Very good. And let's come right to my desktop and look for anything that I have in there. Let's see this Peter Parker. There we go. The details of Peter Parker shows up. That was some example that I have before. Let's open something else. Let's come in here, description. There we go. And it can open anything. And let's come right here. There we go. That's good. So that works. Now let's take care of save. Exit out. Where is? No. Double click on save. So with the save, that is going to be, let's say save file dialog 1 dot filter, and that is going to be equals text files, and open a parenthesis, enter all dot txt, that represents text, and I'm going to put a pipe in there and say equal dot, no, that's a star dot txt, and that's it. Now using an if statement, I can just grab hold of this and change it around, paste it in there. If save dialog, if save file dialog dot show dialog, then system dot window dot form dot dialog result equals OK. Then let's say my dot computer dot file system dot write. We want you to write whatever we have on that text box in here, and I am going to now say save the dialog dot file name, comma, that is going to be rt payslip dot text, comma, that will be true. There we go. So that should take care of save as well. Let me try out save and make sure that works as well. Okay, let's enter whatever data in here. Okay, click on save. There we go. We can save that. Just save it with that name. Save file. Go to my desktop. Save. There. Open that rubbish. And I'll just enter. That is it right there. Yep. So save is working. That's fine. Clear. Exit out. Now let's take care of print. Double click on print. With the print right here, I'm just going to enter as a print. That will be print preview dialog 1 dot document, and that is going to be equals print document 1. Now print preview dot show. Let's just get it to show. Dot show dialog. That is taken care of. So let's see. Let's come in here. You see inside the print preview, the print preview properties must have print document 1. That is good. Now let's double click on print document. So our print document, we want it to say e.graphics is going to .draw. Where is draw? We need to draw string. Yeah. And that string we're drawing is going to be from the RT payslip dot text, comma, then enter font for that. New font. I'm going to make that maybe area. Close that comma. The size will be about 14 or maybe 12, 14 or whatever, comma, and the font style. That will be dot regular. Right, and what else do we want now? The brush. Come out of there, comma, and say brush dot black. You can use whatever color. Okay, comma, and the coordinate 120 by 120. That is it, done. So print should work as well. So let's run it and see. Let's open up whatever data in there. Scroll right down, grab anything. What is this? No, let's use this. Okay, hit and print. There we go. Look at that. Yes, print is working as well. So all you just need to do is click on print. Alright, that's a gig and a nod. Alright, so we now need copy, clear, and cut. No, copy, paste, and cut. Good. Exit out. Yeah. Now back in here, double click on copy. Copy, that will be RT. Grab all of that, paste that in here. Dot copy. Yeah, that should be copy. That is it, done. Take care of paste. Paste. Dot paste. Done. Now cut. Double click on cut. Dot cut. And that is it, all done. So run. Come on. Enter some data in there, open up, and let's grab anything here. What is this? Yeah, okay, that looks good. So I'm just gonna copy whatever in there, cut, Yes, we can cut and come right down there, paste. We can undo and let's paste in there. Paste. Yeah, that is working fine. And we can even print that out. There we go. There. New data. There. So with that, I'm going to call it the end of the second part of this tutorial, and I'll see you guys shortly.